Hello friends, once again I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. So today's topic is IMP facts of some important literary movements that happened in the history of English literature. So here I have enlisted some of the important literary movements. So let's start one by one. Only the concept, the introductory remark regarding every literary movement here and some of the major works. So first of all, Chartism. What is Chartism? It was a movement during English industrialization. Yes, during the era of English industrialization, that movement emerged, and it was led by working class people in Manchester. Yes, it was the city Manchester where the working class people of England, the British people, led this movement. And during the period of 1838 to 48, it was the timeline of that Chartism movement. 10 years of Chartism movement between 1838 to 48, and it is a period of poverty and weak economy in England. That was that movement was emerged in England at that time. Yes, it was the period of poverty and weak economy in England, and that's why it was led by working class people for the parliamentary and social reform, as they believed the government was responsible for their poverty. These people, the movements people, were believing that the government was responsible for their poverty, their weak economy. Yes, and they are against the government. Yes, they are against the government, and they want parliamentary and social reform by this movement. At the end, I want to share that Benjamin Disraeli's work Sibyl, published in 1845, is about this movement. Yes, Disraeli's work is very famous in for this Chartism movement, and it was published in 1845. Later on, Disraeli became the Prime Minister of England. After this moment, he became the Prime Minister of England. So we know him that he is the former Prime Minister of England. So during Chartism movement, he emerged as a leader and he became the Prime Minister of England. Then utilitarianism. It was founded by Jeremy Bentham. Yes, the founder was Jeremy Bentham of this movement, and this is a philosophical theory actually. It is a philosophical belief, a philosophical theory emerged with the works of James Mill and his son John Stuart Mill and Jeremy Bentham. So three people helped emerging this theory: James Mill, his son John Stuart Mill, and Jeremy Bentham. And in this theory, it was believed that the greatest good of the greatest number. So goodness to be increased. That is the belief of this theory. It was concerned to the human beings, to the general happiness of all humanity. Is the basic concept of this theory. They believed that the goodness of the general happiness should be in mind, should be kept in mind while living our life. So everyone's happiness is necessary, not our own happiness, but everyone's happiness is necessary actually. So utilitarianism is very much important theory which believed in general happiness of all humanity. Then expressionism. Expressionism is a movement that emerged in the modern age. Yes, it is a modernist movement, and it was originated in Germany by German artists. So actually it originated from Germany, the country Germany, and in Germany there were two different groups were there, the Bridge and the Blue Rider. Both the groups emerged in different era, in different year. First one in 1905 and then second one is 1911. So two groups were there who started this movement in Germany, and these groups are made of German artists, and it believes in expressing emotions and feelings in poetry and painting. So the major belief was there to express our emotions and feelings. So the major belief was that to express our emotions and feelings in poetry and painting. So poetry and painting are the platform where they can express their emotions and feelings. They use violent colors. The colors they used by them were very much violent and dynamic movement. It was a dynamic moment to capture various moods in painting. So they use painting by to express their ideas, emotions and feelings. So expressionism was the movement that emerged in modern age. Then impressionism, it was derived from Claude Monet's painting Impression, and it first came in painting and then in music, developed in France during the late 19th and early 20th century. British painter J.M.W. Turner used striking light in painting, which was adopted by impressionist writers. Orientalism is used by Edward Said in his book with the same name, Orientalism, and he actually coined this term as well. It is a process to study, discipline, control and govern non-European cultures by Europe. Said narrated that how the knowledge about the Orient leads to power over the Orient. Yes, the knowledge about the Orient people means Eastern country people, and if we have knowledge of those people, we can control them, we can discipline them, we can govern on them. Yes, that is the narration by Edward Said in his book, and his book with the same name, Orientalism, published in 1978. It is in three different parts: the scope of Orientalism, the Orientalist structures and restructures, then Orientalism now. So the whole book is narrated in three parts. Then studies of Eastern countries' culture. Orientalism shows us that it is a study of Eastern countries' cultures, and who study this? The people of Western culture, Western countries, the writers, the painters, the poets of Western countries. They actually study and try to discipline them. They are believing that they are civilizing and developing the people of Eastern countries. It is a belief. So that is Orientalism. Next one is Imagism. Imagism is a form. Imagism is a movement where the form is important over everything. So actually it is regarding the poetry, and in poetry, where many things are used in poetry: symbols, images and ornamentation, flourishes and adjectives and so on. But in this moment it is believed that the form is very much important over everything. No extra flourishes and or ornamentation are needed in poetry while writing any literary work. No adjectives, no descriptive, and Ezra Pound, T. Hume, E. A. Robinson, Ford Madox, Ford, Emil Lowell, Hilda Doolittle and F. S. Flint, major poets of this movement. These are the major poets of this movement who started this movement in poetry writing. So no form, no extra flourishing, no ornamentation, no adjectives, no descriptive, and only the form is important over everything. That is Imagism. Then Surrealism. Surrealism was coined by Guillaume Apollinaire. He was the person who coined this term first time, and Surrealism was founded by André Breton in his publication The Manifesto of Surrealism in 1924. It was published in 1924, and it was a book by André Breton in which he used the term Surrealism. It is an art movement popularized by Salvador Dali. Surrealism was popularized by Salvador Dali. Breton, Louis Aragon, Salvador Dali, Pierre Reverdy were the major writers of this movement. This movement attempted to bridge reality and imagination together. What is the concept behind this movement? It was an attempt to bridge reality and imagination together by literary works. So once again, Surrealism was coined by Guillaume Apollinaire. Then it was founded by André Breton by his book The Manifesto of Surrealism, and this movement was popularized by Salvador Dali. Then sensation literature. Sensation literature became famous in the later 19th century. Yes, it became famous in the later 19th century, and it is extremely dramatic situations and characters driven by obsession and madness. It describes works with extremely dramatic situations and characters. So we can see dramatic situations in such works, in the works called as sensation literature, and characters driven by obsession and madness. Two qualities are there in characters of sensation literature. It is obsession and madness. Murder and other criminal acts are parts of such literature. It is mainly seen in novel writings of the later 19th and 20th century. The best writer in this genre was Wilkie Collins with his books The Woman in White and The Moonstone. So two books are there by Wilkie Collins, who popularized this literature in history of English literature. So friends, these are the literary movements, some of the important movements I described here. I tried to explain some of the parts of this movement. So friends, at the end I want to share you these online platforms I am using, so you can share, you can follow me on these platforms for latest UGC NET updates. And at the end I want to tell you that please subscribe my channel if you want free video lectures and materials regarding English literature, not only regarding the UGC NET but also regarding the the SET exam conducted by every state in India, yes, in English subject. So at the end, once again, thank you all.